Yo, what's up? I'm Winston from Parkway Drive. You are watching Chaoszine.
Okay, so hello everyone. Chaoszine is today here in Berlin, Germany, at the club called Metropole.
Metropole?
Yeah,
Berlin.
Yeah.
I loved how you said that. So good.
And I'm here with the one and only Winston of Parkway Drive. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm fine. Long flight, kind of long flight, but
You
everything
had a
went
long
well,
flight.
so it was okay.
Yeah, mine was really short to get here. It was so small.
Is it like 11 hours, 10 hours?
Dude, it's 14 to 16 hours.
Oh, shit.
A 4-hour break, and then 7 hours. How long was yours?
2. but I leave like middle of Finland, so I need to take a train.
How long?
5 hours
Okay,
plus.
we have 2 hours.
It's kind of yeah.
But Ian.
Today you are gonna be playing in very small place.
Yeah. Taking it back. It's awesome. It's like this is a good throwback for us. It's
Does
really
it
nice.
feel kind of weird playing this and then heading to an arena tour after?
It's exciting. It's really exciting. Like, I mean, it feels weird because we've just been rehearsing the big crazy show. But this, for me, is just like it's in the blood.
Yeah.
It's just part of what we are. So
Well, your first tour that I ever witnessed
Yeah,
was
yeah.
with Chai Hulut and Remembering Never,
Yeah,
which were
that's it.
hardcore bands.
yeah, that's it. Like we grew up as a hardcore band.
Yeah.
And you don't forget that. Like everything else on top is like you learn and it's bonus kind of thing. But being able to do this again for us it's really fun. Like when we were setting up for it, we're like, hell yeah, let's do it. Now, like, you want a barrier? I'm like, no, fuck that off. Let's see if kids remember how to stage dive.
Most likely they don't
I
because
don't
of those
know.
barriers.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be really interesting. I'm really excited.
So preparing for the biggest tour of your life.
Yeah.
So how has it been, the preparations? And you have had your own fair share of like mental stuff.
Yeah.
So has it been okay that wise?
Yeah, it actually has been, which is really cool. I was talking to Jaya about it today. This is the second time we've done this show. Like we did it in Australia a year ago, and it's great. Like it's a crazy show. There's so much in it.
Yeah.
So much, and the more you have, the more that can go wrong.
Yeah, more moving parts.
Everything is a moving part. Everything is dangerous. All the songs take like skill, and that when we did it in Australia, I had a lot of anxiety because I was just like, I don't want to fuck this up, man. I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want my voice to fuck up. I feel a responsibility. But this time, like the work that we've done, having a vocal coach, having done the show last year and it working, I was just excited to be here and just play. So the rehearsals have been going smooth. It's just fun. It's fun to like, now it's, instead of going, oh my God, it's like, here's a cool playground I get to play my songs in.
But you were already doing quite massive shows.
Yeah.
So is this like Parkway Drive times 2 or
Parkway
1.5 or?
Nah, like 10, man. Like
Okay.
you'll see. It's like, it's the way we approached it, because it was like, it's a 20-year anniversary tour. So we wanted it to be something which you could see the hardcore band that we started out as.
Yeah.
But you can also see the craziest shit we've ever done in our entire life that you'd never imagine we do, all in the one show and everything in between. And that meant like we got all of the stagecraft and the little tricks and the staging design and stuff that we've used over the years and put it all together into one show, and then a whole lot more on top of it. And that just makes it something like, there's a lot to it, dude. There's a lot to it.
Was it difficult to design such show because
Yeah,
there's so
kinda.
many levels
Yeah.
of stuff happening at the same time?
And it wasn't so. The way we normally do it is go, okay, what's the craziest thing we can do? Like our theory with it's always been like, okay, you have a club, all right. What's the biggest thing you can put in? What's the craziest moment you can put in that club?
Yeah.
You move to a bigger room. What's the biggest thing you put in that? And we want the show always to be like, it feels like it's going to break outside of the building because it's
But
so
you were
crazy.
already doing that with the
Yeah.
Tosca show and obviously the
100%.
tours and shows.
This is way more. But it's like, so we always go, okay, what's possible? And then we step it down from that. But this time we want it to be, okay, like what's the craziest thing? And then what's the most pure essence of Parkway, which is 5 friends just standing there together, playing music and connecting with the audience. Okay, you have that here, and you have the big crazy thing here. Make it one show. So it's not, so people understand those 5 guys, that is who the band is. And at the end of it, when it's all crazy and everything, you still understand that it's just, it's not some rock gods. It's 5 guys that love doing crazy shit. But at the end of the day, it's all about the music for us. So that's what, yeah.
Speaking about like 5 guys doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like I saw you in that school in Sweden.
Yeah.
And it was probably, was it your first or second?
I think it was the first Swedish show we played. I think,
first Swedish show, but was it like the second or first European tour that you ever did?
We call it the first, but it would have been classed as the second. But like it was we still hadn't gone back to Australia. We did like a few shows in Europe and the UK, and then flew to America, and then came back, and that was our first like package tour. That Charlotte Remembering Never and Parkway was the first actual.
So what kind of like memories do you have when it comes to that specific time of your career?
Dude, I remember that tour was the first time we had a bus, and we first went into a bus. It's like, oh my God, we got a bus. Crazy. And the toilet broke every day and it smelled like piss. And it was like, but it was like, I have these vivid memories of like loading the huge bass cabs up and up and up. Like there's so many venues in Germany specifically where it's like, hey, you're playing here. It's on the 4th floor, and the stairs are this wide, and you have a bass cab on your shoulder, and you're dragging it up 4 levels to like cram it into a little concrete room. And I remember really good things about that entire time. Like I remember it being really hard. Like I got so sick. I had pneumonia from like, we were sleeping outside and eating really shitty, and it was cold. And
I remember that it wasn't like the best circumstances that you were touring around that time.
No.
And obviously those like early beginnings are always quite rough for a band when you head out on the first tours.
Yeah.
So at what point of time did you sort of started to figure out that maybe this is something that you could call a career, and sort of think that you have kind of like succeeded in a way?
10 years in. 10 years. It was weird because we had succeeded before then. Like we had. But I think the thing with especially like this kind of music is you don't expect it to last.
Yeah.
Like you just like, every album you make, you expect the trend to move on or something like that, and people just go,
trends come and go.
Trends come and go, man. That's the way it happens. And we already knew how lucky we were to be doing what we were doing, and we were just constantly every time we were like, this is the best it's going to be. Like, enjoy this show. This is the best one it's ever going to be. And we said that so many times, and we meant it every time. Like
So you never took it for granted?
No, we never took it.
Just go uphill.
No, that's it. The amount of times it was just like, this is as good as it gets. And we were always surprised by like, whoa, more?
Yeah.
Oh, there's more people here? The next tour is like, there's more people? We've got a better festival slot? This is still going? And it took 10 years. Like, there was never a point when it went down and then bounced back. It was constantly like this. It wasn't like, whoa!
Yeah.
But it was constantly going up. And after 10 years, I was like, and it was only me. It took the other guys a bit longer to understand. I was like, I'm not going to say that this is going to stop anymore. I'm going to look forwards, and I'm going to go, okay, if this is not going to stop, we're going hard.
Was that also the kind of moment that it became like less stressful, or was it also was it stressful because you became bigger and bigger and bigger, and you needed kind of like more production and more money into the production?
Yeah. And so I mean, it's still the way it is now. I mean, this might sound shit, but we've learned that we are good at doing this.
Of course.
And it's like, it takes a lot to say that without feeling like a fucking weirdo.
No, but you should be proud of what you have done.
That's it, exactly.
And this is not coming like from anyone.
Yeah, anyone that spends 20 years or even 10 years doing something and is successful at it is doing something correctly. And what we do is not like, we write music, but we also like manage the band and create the show and all of these other things. And we got quite good at doing it. So the thing with all of it is, it's every time is a reinvestment. There's this joke of like, I think everyone thinks like, once you get one man, you see a festival headliner and they're like, you make it to there, you're making the big bucks, you're killing it. They must just make money. You're like, no, you get you get to that slot and you get all of that money and you pour it straight back into the band to make the show good.
Yeah,
and you
and most likely you can pour it like even fully to the show.
That's it.
That you try to make it as good as possible,
good as you
so
can.
that the next time there will be even more people.
That's it. And it's very like you never hear about that, like, because all of the stories that you are told about like rock and roll or anything is like at some point money is just there and it's fucking everywhere and it's just drugs and success. And we're like, no, it doesn't work like that. You do, like, even if someone hears how much money you make, you're like, yeah, well, I'll show you how much money's going back out. So, but that's the thing. I and the other guys were just like, well, what are you going to invest in? I have no interest in going to the stock market and putting money into some fucking numbers. I have no interest in an investment in some other business. I want to put money into the art that I care about and what I do. So if we're making money on this, I trust our ability that I've seen grow, and I'm going to put that back into it. And that's how it's kind of grown. Like, and you learn to cope with the pressure with the self-confidence a little bit. So, I mean, the pressure's always there. Like, but at this point in time, we have goodwill and amazing fans. Like, I think trust grows with quality, and the more that people understand that, like, we're not just trying to like go, got your money, here's something shit. It's like, and if you're honest with that, then it seems to just work.
So you also did a big bucket list thing, and you played the show in the Sydney Opera House with an orchestra and choir. Mm-hmm. So what kind of like overall experience that was, and did that somehow influence you as an artist and for the future of the band? Yeah, big time. That was crazy, dude. That experience is just... I wish I would have seen that. I wish I could remember most of that. Here's the crazy thing. Like, when we talk about a crazy experience, it's one of the most creative things that we've ever done in one of the most prestigious locations. Like, for Australia, iconically, like, God, it's like... Most iconic place. Dude, insane. Yeah. It's probably the most iconic show we've ever done. Best show we've ever done. But because of it's not a tour, we rehearsed with the orchestra once 4 hours before we played that night. Okay. Had food and then played the show, and then it was done. And afterwards, I'm like, I remember bits of the show, but it's not like baked into my brain because I haven't done a whole tour of it. It was just like, bang, it's gone. And you were most likely quite focused on the performance. So focused. And I took a long time on the night to be in the performance because it was a very emotional performance. It was the way we designed it was we wanted it to have, we had all of this wonderful music written by incredibly talented people to create so much more emotion and so much more depth and color in the music that we've already created, that we really wanted to have a performance which did justice to that. So it wasn't something that was just like the entire time adrenaline. There was peaks and valleys to soak it in, but even then there was so much. It's hard to, like, I probably remember that show the least out of so many shows. Okay. But I kind of understand why. Yeah. In terms of like getting from that massive Sydney Opera House to Killing with a Smile, which turns 20 years. Yeah. So how do you see the album now, like 20 years after the release? I tell you what's crazy. Are you still kind of like proud what you did at the moment of time? Yeah. And I tell you what's crazy. For a long time, I kind of wasn't. And because I didn't go back and listen to it. For me as an artist, like, I make something, I'm obsessed with it after we've created it for like a month. Yeah, and then you move. And then I move on to the next thing. And the next thing is always like something new and shiny, and it's something that I really want to do because I've done the other thing. And that was so long ago that, like, it's in my mind, it seemed like several steps back. And it wasn't that I was going like, oh, what we did was bad. It's just I couldn't remember what we did. I knew parts of it. And it's strange you say that because 2 weeks ago I was like in the car and I was like, yeah, listen to Killing with a Smile. And I put the album on. I hadn't listened to it from front to back in 15 years. It's a fucking great record, dude, still after 20 years. Dude. Yes. I was there just going, holy shit, we made this? This is fucking awesome, man. And there was parts that I remembered, whole songs were coming back to me. But then there was bits where that I forgot that we put in like a whole bunch of the breaks, like in like Guns for Show, Knives for Pro and stuff where there's like just the cutout and it just stops. And I was like,
the hell is this? And then the breakdown hits me and I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yes.
I fell in love with it all over again.
But do you always listen to the music in a way that I could do this now differently 20 years ago?
No,
you appreciated
I appreciated it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because it was really like hearing it for the first time again. And I probably never got that even when we were writing it, because you were in the when you're writing, you are like, it's this almost infinite loop that you have to cut, and like, you'll keep making the same, you'll keep working on it if you can. If you're given the infinite time, you'll keep polishing it. And it'll just slowly change. And the shiny bits will become shinier until it's all blinding. But that's not necessarily the best thing for it. At some point in time, you just cut it.
I was going to say that, does it need to be as shiny as possible?
No, that's the thing. And that's what we've learned that over time as well. It's like heaps of time is not always the best thing. It's like something is the best because of where it was created and how it was created. And this was the first time where I was so far removed from shining it that I'd kind of forgotten. I couldn't remember the guitar tones or the vocal tones or the drums or anything like that. I just heard it as music.
But it has that kind of like hardcore feel.
Fucking yes, it does, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, we just wrote this for the pit, didn't we? This is literally just designed for our friends to just bash each other.
In terms of like your musical evolution, obviously you started with that, and then you had like Deep Blue and Darker Still, and you had a long journey.
Yeah.
Has it been easy to sort of still remaining loyal to the roots when you have been evolving all the way up until now?
The thing with it is, it's interesting because I think the roots are always going to be there, but the tree keeps growing.
Yeah.
And like, I know, like, I'm never going to have the experiences that I have that wrote those records that made me fall in love with hardcore, then metalcore, and then metal, and all of these things on together. The tree's grown, and I've grown as a person stronger, and the branches are even further out. But the roots will never, like, you can't pick it up and change it. It's always going to be there. That's the thing. And for us, when we're creating, it's always come back to like the roots, if that makes sense. That's always been the starting point. It's not, there's never been a time when we've gone like, how can we be a pop band?
Or even a rock band.
Or even a rock band. Like, that's the thing. It's always, whenever we start, even if it leans into that territory, we go too hard. There's just something in us between like the writing group. That
I still remember talking to you, I don't know, this is like many years ago, but you were like very stubborn that I don't never do like any clean singing or anything. So you were already like quite stubborn about your roots.
100%, man. That's the thing. And I think it comes with personal growth as well. And just also exposure to just, I guess, becoming good at what you want to do in terms of, for me, vocally, like, I just wanted to start doing different things because it's exciting to do. But it wasn't, I want to do different things because I don't like what I was doing.
Kind of logical that you want to take steps forward.
Yeah, and it's not about like stepping forward and leaving what's in the past. It's like going, I can do this and I also want to do that other thing, which is kind of what we've done with everything in the band. Like, it's like, hey, you know how to put on a club show? Yeah, what about an arena show? We'll do an arena show, all right. About a festival headline show, we're still the ones responsible for doing it.
So stadiums is next.
Just send it at me, brother. Yeah, dude, a Parkway Stadium.
Let's first play this.
Play this one first.
Then
you will see that. You tell me what you think after you see the show.
So November, was it 12th that you are actually coming to Finland and obviously touring all over Europe? What can the fans expect from the show? Obviously, it's going to be big, but can you tell us anything about the setlist itself? Is it going to be like full discography?
It's interesting. We try and tap into a bit of everything, to be honest. That's the thing. Like, it's like when we designed the tour, we didn't want it to be like the past. We want it to be something where you can put a song from one of the first albums right next to one of the songs of the later albums, and it all makes sense. So it is a bit of everything. And for the people that like are only familiar with like the newer stuff, there's an education there, and like, hey, these are the earlier songs that we've got. And like, even with like we made a medley out of a bunch of Killing with a Smile songs, because we were like, how do you pick one iconic song out of this to do justice to that album? Like, we just smashed like 7 songs into 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you could play for 3 hours.
Yeah, dude, and it's fun playing that. That's the thing. But I'm like, all right,
there's a limit.
There's a limit, and this is like, we just were like, okay, what was Killing with a Smile about? Mainly like pit devastation. So let's make like a medley of that, so people can just annihilate themselves in the pit and like understand that that's where this started.
So they will have their necks aching in the morning.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So in terms of the future, you obviously dropped Sacred in May.
Yeah.
So what's in the horizon in terms of new music?
Yeah, working on it basically. Like it's hard to put it to. I don't want to be that person that's just like, yeah, expect things. Or like, there's something coming soon. Like, but we're working on it. We have a plan. But the Sydney Opera, like you would have got more sooner, but the Sydney Opera House stuff kind of like jumped in as an opportunity and like took up like 7 months of.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time to prepare.
It was just so much, like it was just that. And we hadn't planned on it. Like it was literally, hey, you want to do this? It can happen in 7 months. You got to do it. And we got to know now. I was like, okay, I guess we're creating that now. so yeah, but like basically the next thing on our list is like write more music. That's it.
Do you still see the band as an album band, or do you see the band sort of like dropping singles? And
I'd love to be able to do that. There's always going to be an album at the end of it. That's the thing, because I think there's something in the culture of like metal bands, hardcore bands. Like it's
yes, I still own every single.
Yeah, that's it.
Of your disco.
Oh, cheers.
And I want more.
Yeah. And I love it. Like I think because there's something about like. It's deeper than just the music. Like the artwork counts, the vinyl counts. Like it's like I think it's something really nice in a world where it's like singles are awesome and they go on a playlist and probably more people will hear that and get into the band because of it. But there's a history in this that won't just be like, I guess, pop music where it's like, hey, it's all just a tag on.
Yeah, CD won't be bought anyway.
Exactly. Like, yeah, it'll just be something on Spotify.
Yeah.
But that's because the artwork generally doesn't mean much other than emotion. And I'm like, well, there's always more to that then. So yeah, I like the idea of being able to give people music more frequently in terms of when we've got a single ready to go, just being able to go, okay, cool. How do we get this out? Like instead of like generally the way it happened in the past was like we'd spend 6 months writing an album and then 6 months recording an album.
Yeah.
And you had to write it all together and then
record it all. Plans for 6 months to release it.
And it's not like, but now with technology and where we're at as a band, we're like, hey, we've got 2 weeks, we can write a song. And if we've written a song in 2 weeks, we can have it done and put it out instead of going, you have to write 10. And it's a different kind of pressure. It's a different way of writing, which is really fun so far.
Yeah.
I mean, Sacred was awesome to do because we're just like, let's just write a song.
Okay.
And that came out, it was like, we've never done that. It was like, awesome. It doesn't have to be a song next to another song, which also has to be in context to the other 8 songs.
Yeah, a little less stressful because you have to.
That's it. And it gives you a bit more focus. Like you can focus on one thing instead of 10 things.
And for the fans, it's also nice that they can actually get that new music and not wait for an album for
5
a year
years.
or 2 years or
1 year.
Yeah.
Dude, but it's like, but it's
nobody
been 3 years at this point. Yeah.
In your schedule, it's if you have to go everywhere, it's gonna take 3 years
minimum, man. That's the thing. That is the thing. So, I mean, that's cool. But technology is helping with that. So it's cool for us to be in the spot to be able to use technology to help with that.
So 20 plus years of Parkway Drive. Mm-hmm. Do you see the band turning one day 40 or 50?
Yeah, that's interesting. We've had talks about that actually. Because
you see those anniversary tours all the time, that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your music is kind of like very energetic and it's kind of different of AC/DC playing their songs.
Yeah,
nothing against them, but
no.
But that's like way less like energetic, playing wise.
Yeah, because we talked about this the other day in a band meeting and. They're just like, oh yeah, we could be doing this, and we're like, you think I'm going to be doing that at that age? I'm like, thank you for the respect.
Winston going on stage for 75 years,
just still spin kicking or something.
Bruce or
I don't know. I mean, the thing for me is like personally, several years ago, I was like, all right, this ain't stopping, so I'm going to get fit. So I try to. I don't see there being a limit, but I know at some point, like. Time is going to catch up with my body and all my bodies. And I'm like, is this going to be possible to do? I don't know. But up until then, you do what you can. So yeah.
So
I'm not
most
gonna
likely we will
compromise
be sitting here in 20 years.
Remember that talk we had?
Both will be like
They wouldn't
60
turn the lights
something.
on for us.
Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't be running up and down the stairs. Somebody would have had like some kind of like roll
rolled up the stairs.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for taking the time to do this with me, and all the best for the future. Anything you want to say to all the fans who are coming to the shows afterwards?
Really, really pumped to see you guys on this tour. Thanks so much. Can't believe Parkway's been doing this for 20 years, but we're still going. It's only getting better. See you there.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, brother. It's like one of the best interviews I think I've ever done.
Thank you.